Hello dear students, welcome to our education. Today we are starting class 6 civics lesson 3 what is government, and the important points which we are going to cover in this lesson, they are democracy, laws, monarchy, equal right to vote, which means universal adult suffrage. Why do we need government? Actually, what is the need for the government for any country, for any citizens of those countries? See, every country needs a government to make decisions and get things done. These can be decisions about where to build roads and schools, right? When there will be no government, then what will happen? Nobody will open the government schools. All the schools will be private, and where the children of the poor people will go, they will have no money. Then they cannot take admission in the private schools, which are very expensive, and all the private school they ask for a big amount of fee from their students. It means only the children of the rich class, only they will be able to go to the school, and this way half, or you can say more than half, population of India, they will remain illiterate, they will remain uneducated, and no country can progress unless 100% of its population is literate or educated. So government is required so that they can set up the schools which are free of cost, means where there is no fee levied on the poor children, where the books are free, where the midday meal is free, which is provided to the poor children so that they can come to the school every day. And thereafter, roads, this is only one of the example which government does a lot of works. So building road is also the work of government, because you must not have seen any person, whether rich or average, they never built road for the people. They only make their house, they only construct within the boundary of their own house, but nobody makes or construct road outside the boundaries of their houses. So the construction of road, so that the movement of the people is smoother from one place to another, that is also the duty of government. And government runs several programs to help the poor. It does other important things such as running postal services, railway services. All the rails or the trains are being run by the government. If there will be no trains, then how the poor people, or how the crore or millions of the people of our country, they will travel? Lots of private people, they will hire their own trains. Like there is one private train in North Korea, which is owned by the dictator of North Korea, and in that train only he travels. Similarly, if there will be no government in our country, we will also not get the facility of trains from moving from one place to another. Beside trains, government also runs postal facilities, government also set up banks, government also uh, carries out lot of industries where the production is being carried out. The government also has the job of protecting the boundaries of the country and maintaining peaceful relations with other countries. Recently you have seen there was clash between the soldiers of Indian army and Chinese army. So what happens if such clashes appears? The army is always there to protect our boundaries. If there is no government, then what will happen? People will maintain their own private armies, which will not protect the whole country, whole nation. So in that way, or army may can take over the government, and army may start ruling the country. And the army rule is very strict, very disciplined, and sometimes autocratic. Apart from that, it also keeps peaceful relation with all the neighboring countries or all the other countries. If will not keep peaceful relation with other countries, then what will happen? They always will be ready to attack on us. Government is also responsible for ensuring that all its citizens have enough to eat and have good health facilities also. You must have seen during the lockdown that all the people they had left their jobs, they went back to their villages. And when they had left their jobs, they had no salaries. And without salaries, they cannot buy the food. So in such case, government provided free ration to all the people for almost 7 to 8 months, so that they can have at least 2 to 3 times meal free of cost in their kitchen. And similarly, government also provides government hospitals which cures the patient free of cost. During the lockdown, you must have seen that not even a single private hospital was allowed to treat the corona patient, because they were afraid that the this corona might infect them. So in such fear, they did not even give admission to the patient in their hospital. So all the treatment work was carried out by the government hospitals. And even till now, government is the only one organization which is taking care of the more than 10 lakh corona patients in India. The government works at different levels, at the local level, at the state level, and the national level. Local level means when there is a government in the village, like the head of the government at village is Panch, Sarpanch, Pradhan. You must have heard these names. So such government is known as local government. Second government is state level government. State level government means in India we have 28 states. It means we have 28 governments in our country. They work at the state level, means their power is only limited to their state. They cannot make law for the other states. Third type of government is national government. We have only one nation, that is India. So to run the whole country, there is one central government which is also known as national government, which sits in New Delhi Parliament House. Laws and government. The government makes laws, and everyone who lives in the country, they have to follow these rules. Suppose, see, this is example of one traffic light, and as soon as there is red light, everybody has to stop. It means, see, everybody is following the rule, whether he is a two-wheeler rider, whether he is an expensive car owner, rich or poor, everybody has to stop before the zebra crossing when it is red light in the traffic signal. So all have to follow the rules equally. For example, there is a law that says that all person driving a motor vehicle must have a license. A person under 16 years of age cannot drive any vehicle. Okay, only after attaining 16 years one can drive the light vehicle, that too with a proper or valid license. And suppose if a person is not carrying a license, then what will happen? He will have to either pay the fine or he will be jailed. See, if a person feels, for example, that they were not hired for a job because of their religion or caste or gender, then what may happen? They can approach to court and claim that law is not being followed. Some examples of institutions that are part of the government, they are Supreme Court, High Court, and all the district court, the Indian Railways, the Air India, Bharat Petroleum. Types of government. The first type of government is democracy. Democracy means a government which is for the people, of the people, and by the people. It means the government is selected by the people. The government is of the people. A government is for the people, means whatever government will decide, whatever government carries out the policies, those policies are made only for the people. So it is the people, means we the people of this country give power to the government, And we do this by election when we give vote to our so when we give vote to our representatives, then only they are able to form the government. And once they form the government, they acquire the power. But they cannot misuse their power, because after every 5 year election appears, and it might be possible that if they will misuse their power this time, next time when election will come, they might not get any vote from the public. So, in a democracy, the government has to explain its action and defend its decisions to the people. So, whatever action, whatever thing government is doing, it might be appropriate, mean it should be correct and in the welfare of the people. Next type of government is monarchy. What do you mean by monarchy? Monarch means king or queen. When some country is being ruled by king or queen, and those have the power to make decisions and to run the government. So such type of government is known as monarchy. For example, Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, these are two of many monarch countries. In monarchy, what happens? King keeps a small group of people to discuss the matter with, but the final decision making power remains with the monarch, means king or queen. So whatever he will say, everyone has to follow that decision. Kings and queens do not have to explain their actions or defend the decisions they take, whether their decisions are legal or illegal, good or bad. Citizens have to follow it. Citizens cannot protest against the wrong decisions of the monarchy. That's why monarchy is also not a good form of government. It's a kind of autocratic. Now let us talk about voting rights. All over Europe and USA, women and the poor, they all have had to fight for the participation in government. In earlier times, what used to happen in European and American countries, women were not given right to vote. But in our country, men and women both can give vote. So what happened? Women's struggle to vote got strengthened during the First World War. What happened in First World War? All the male members of the country or the family, they went for the war. So all the households, they were male less, means there was no male member in the family. So all the task of house as well as outside of society and the country was being carried out by the women. So women felt that they are capable of running inside the house or outside the house, means they are also capable of running the country also. So that's why they started asking and demanding for their voting rights, and this movement was known as women's suffrage movement. And what do you mean by suffrage? Suffrage means right to vote. As you can see, this long row of protesters, so they all are demanding to give them the voting rights. So finally, after this movement, American women, they got the right to vote in 1920, while women in UK means United Kingdom, that is Britain, it got to vote on the same terms as men some years later in 1928. Democratic government. India is a democracy. So, in a sense, a democracy is a rule of people, by the people, for the people, and of the people, which I already have explained you. Means by the people, when we vote, then only government is formed, right? For the people's mean where why we choose our government, so that government can work for the people. And of the people means we all 137 crore people, we cannot go and form the government, because we have to do other things for the country also. So what we do, we choose our some representatives, and then we select them, and then we send them to the parliament. That's why that government is known as of the government, sorry, of the people. In representative democracies, representative means I already told you, those are the leaders which are being selected by us by the means of vote. People do not participate directly. We as a people, everybody cannot go and sit in the parliament. So what we do, we selected some very famous and popular leader among us. Then we cast our vote to him. What is universal adult franchise? It allows what is known as universal adult franchise. It means that all adults in the countries, they are allowed to vote. Now adult means in India the voting age is 18 years, but in some countries like Iran, voting age is as less as 15 years, but there are some countries where it is as much as 25 years of age. But in the maximum countries, the voting is age is almost 18 to 21 years. Earliest form of government. In the earliest form of governments, only men, those who had properties and who were educated, they were only allowed to vote. So how selfish and how illegal it was. So the people who were not having any property and the people who were not educated, they were not allowed to vote. This meant that women, the poor, and the propertyless and the uneducated, these four categories of people, they were not allowed to vote. Gandhiji was shocked at the unfairness of this practice, and he demanded that all the adults should have right to vote. Writing in the journal Young India in 1931, this is one journal being carried out published by Gandhiji, and in this paper he had written, I cannot possibly bear the idea that a man who has got wealth but might not be having the brain has the right to vote, but a man who has got the character as well as brain but no wealth or no education has no right to vote. So this is the end of the lesson, and these are some important questions, you need to solve them. Thank you, like the video and please subscribe our channel Wow Education.